Lockdown skincare tips. Hello, I'm Dr Paul Cronin from Eternal Youth Clinic. In a second I'm going to tell you some hints and tips for looking after your skin during the lockdown. But first I want to mention hair colour. As all the salons are currently closed and we're entering in the middle of the third week of lockdown, I suspect some of you have been beginning to worry about your hair colour. I guess over the next 3 or 4 weeks we're all going to discover what our proper hair colour actually is. The only good thing is for me, this is mine. Anyway. Top 10 tips for lockdown skincare from Eternal Youth Clinic. First and foremost, what are you doing to help yourself? What can you do that's going to basically improve your skincare regime at the moment? Well, the first thing, and probably the most obvious thing, is eating and drinking. So let's just split those into two. Eating. Make sure you're eating plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables, lots of vitamins and minerals, lots of healthy food. Less takeaways, more real food. Remember, now you have lots of time to cook real food. There's no need to rush meals. You've got more time than you've ever had before. So more nutritious, healthy food. Ideally, go into your allotment, pull out some carrots and eat them. Nice, healthy, fresh, living food is a good idea. Drinking is obvious, and you need to hydrate, and being mildly dehydrated certainly isn't good for your skin. There's a whole lot of discussion about how much you should be drinking, and some people recommend up to about 2 litres a day, some people recommend more than that, some people recommend less. One very simple guide to hydration is the colour of your urine. If your urine is dark and strong, then basically you probably aren't drinking enough. If you're passing plenty of very clear urine, then you're probably drinking enough. So make sure you keep an eye on that to make sure you're well hydrated. Okay, skincare per se. Most people split this up into cleansers, toners and moisturizers, but let me try and be specific about that. Cleansing your skin is using simple soaps that will basically cleanse and remove dirt from your skin. It just makes the dirt less sticky to the skin and rubs off easily. And basically most soaps are mildly alkaline in nature. So the point of the process is after that, it's frequently a good idea because skin is naturally a mildly acidic process. You might want to use a toner afterwards. Now you don't need to, it's not a requirement, but some people use toner, especially if they've got a substantial skincare regime. They use toner to rebalance the pH level of the skin between basically using the soap and then putting the moisturizer on. Next, of course, you need to moisturize the skin, and one of the issues is you're probably much better off putting a small amount of moisturizer on very frequently rather than putting a whole load on once a day. So do remember that the moisturizer should rub into the skin very quickly rather than taking a long time to rub in, and therefore you don't really want to slap a whole load on just once a day. Little and often is definitely best when it comes to moisturizing. And as a side with the moisturization, sunscreen. Certainly I normally recommend sunscreen for all moisturizers for all of the year, but it is probably fair to say that at this particular time of the year, with the sun being relatively low in the sky, actually you probably benefit from the vitamin D, so maybe the sunscreen is less important at this point in time. Another thing that's worth commenting on is lips. Do remember that whilst you're moisturising the face, you do need to keep an eye on the moisture of your lips, and therefore some form of lip balm is very helpful. Dry, cracked lips can not only be a sign of being mildly dehydrated anyway, but it's just not very pleasant. So use a form of lip balm on top of your moisturising regime is a good idea. Next, take an opportunity. During the lockdown, you're not able to go out and see anybody. You're not able to go to work. You're having to spend most of your time at home with your loved ones. So take an opportunity to give your skin a rest. Why not have makeup-free days? Try and let the skin just breathe naturally and don't apply any makeup. If you want a little bit lippy on, you might be able to get away with that as a lip balm. Call it a coloured lip balm. But try and give your skin a rest from all the makeup and other bits and pieces. Take this time as an opportunity rather than as a hardship. Having mentioned vitamin D a minute or two ago, obviously it's important to look after your skin by getting a bit of vitamin D on it. Now, at this time of the year, getting out in whatever sun is available, probably first thing in the morning is best, helps to stimulate vitamin D production on the surface of your skin, and that's certainly very healthy for you and very particularly healthy for your skin. Now, obviously, when I'm talking about getting sunshine on your skin, I'm not talking about sunbathing. I'm very particularly not talking about going to the local park and spending hours lying on the grass. That's definitely not a good idea at this moment in time. But a little bit of vitamin D on your skin in your own back garden, or when you're out for your exercise walk, is certainly going to do your skin the world of good. Next, hands. Now, obviously with all this washing we're now doing, quite a few people are noticing that their skin of their hands is getting dry and cracked and inflamed, and therefore moisturization of the hands, particularly at this time, is even more important than before. Much like I said about moisturization of the face, you're much better off putting a little bit of moisture into the skin very frequently than putting a large amount on at night. So one simple answer is to have a little tube of hand cream in your pocket, and whenever you kind of think about it, put a tiny bit on and rub it into the skin. It should disappear into the skin very quickly. If it kind of takes a while to rub in, then you're probably putting too much on. Lastly, it goes without saying, stay at home. I know pretty much every one of these videos I've done has mentioned that point, but it cannot be overemphasized. It cannot be said too often. Please stay at home. Stay safe, stay well, save the NHS and save lives. Just do it. Stay safe and well, people. God bless.